everyone, I'm Destroy America, and today we're going to be taking a look at the CD-ROM version of FreeSpace 2, so we'll install it, see how the computer goes, and we'll also try and start playing it. Now, FreeSpace 2 is a pretty old game, but you can still get it from the FreeSpace 2 source code project, or it's also available on Steam in sort of like updated forms, but this is the original version, and it was released in 1999, so it's now 20 years old, and I thought it would be really cool to revisit it, because it's actually one of my favorite games of all time, and maybe one of the only space games that I really got into. When I was younger, I was much more into RPG type stuff like Pokemon, so for me to play a game that was all about action and shooting and so on was kind of a big deal, and yeah, I really loved this game. It was actually given to me by one of my uncles, I think, after he'd maybe got on board with it or whatever, and I just like kept it ever since. Every few years I will break it out and start playing it, and as my computers have gotten better, it's run better and better because, you know, 1999 technology versus, you know, today's technology, you're going to get some pretty good speeds on that. So yeah, we'll have a look at this. Before we pop this into the computer though, I thought I'd just show you like what I've actually got in terms of CD-ROMs, because, you know, there's probably some people out there who've never played a game on a CD-ROM. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Now with this, like, you know, I've got this black and white kind of quick start guide on the front. I suspect that when my uncle got it, it probably came in a box, and, you know, back in the day, sometimes they'd package games in really big boxes that just didn't make sense. But yeah, so I don't know if it had color packaging in the beginning or what. This is all I've got, so black and white. When we open this up, you can see we've got some discs in here, and there was probably like a proper disc holder, but I don't have it. I've just got it in this generic sort of case. There's nothing really holding it. It's a little bit dodgy. On this side, we've got, you just pull that out. It's really just like one piece of paper. Tells you the system requirements, which are pretty hilarious. I mean, 32 megabytes of RAM, wow. How to install it, getting started, the flight deck, training missions. On the back, you got some more stuff about customer support and so on. So yeah, that's that. As for the discs, so we've got 3 discs, because they're CD-ROMs, you got to remember, they don't carry as much as a DVD or Blu-ray disc do. So to install them, you needed, I think, 2 discs, those 2 install it, and then when you begin playing it, you actually start with disc 2, I'm pretty sure from memory, and then about halfway through the game, you have to switch over to disc 3. So it's pretty amusing compared to what we have today. And also, I don't think this one came with any, you know, codes that you needed to enter to verify that you own it. I think the only sort of software protection they had back then was just that, you had to have one of the discs in the machine for it to work. So yeah, pretty amazing. Okay, here we go with the install process. So I'm glad to see that we've got the logo up and it's actually doing something, because I was trying to test it just to make sure the CD worked and it wasn't really doing much before, but we've got success. So blah blah blah, exit all Windows programs, blah blah, next. Agree, yes. Minimum requirements, oh my god, yes, next. Install, let's do it. Oh my god, high resolution artwork and music, tech room, animations, blah blah blah. Yeah, let's just install everything. Hey, that's got everything, didn't it? Alright, awesome. So here we go, let's see how fast it is. Now I'm running this, I'm not running this on the latest technology. My computer is actually, I think it's a Dell XPS 8300 maybe, and so it's from 2011. I did kind of overdo it in the sense that I've got 12 gigabytes of RAM, and you know, I've had this computer for 8 years, so it's doing pretty well for me. Massive overkill for a game like this, getting a little bit old for more modern games. As for everything else, I think like with the graphics card, I got one below the best one I could have gotten at the time for that model of computer. So yeah, it struggles with newer stuff. For example, when I play Civilizations Beyond Earth, once I've revealed too much of the map, the computer starts freaking out and it can't load things. It's just like, I have to wait where all the tiles have gone black, and I have to wait for them all to load again before I can make the next move. So it's good that that's a turn-based move, but I think today I wouldn't be able to play a fast-paced action kind of game like this on my current computer. I really desperately need an upgrade. So let's see how long this is going to take. It's not going too badly, but I think we might fast forward some of this stuff. What does it mean by low? See the thing with the purple bar? Like, what's going on with that? Does that mean I have low disk space, or does it just mean that the CD-ROM is full? Alright, please insert the next disk 2. So, here we go with this one. Alright, so disk 2 is picking up where we left off in terms of installing this game. Oh my god, it's so old school. Oh, we don't need to auto-run, it's already running, my goodness. Dear oh dear. I suppose while it's loading I could actually, like, read the getting started again, just so I know what I'm doing while I'm waiting. Actually, you know, the main reason I think it's taking a while is just because it's CD-ROM, so like the disk has to physically spin before you can get the data off it, and I think that's limiting the speed of loading it. So if you just had this on the computer, I wonder, like, you know, if I'd copied it to the computer first before trying to install it, I wonder if it would have gone faster. But hey, we're doing things old school with the old CD-ROM, so yeah, we've got to spin that disk and get it going. I don't know for sure though, I'm not nerdy enough to know how these things work. Oh my gosh, it says please insert disk 3. I had no idea it was actually all 3 that you need to install. I must be thinking of another game where you had to, like, do it halfway. I don't know. Anyway, let's go for disk 3. Boom. Alright, this stuff's pretty straightforward, so, you know, we'll just sort of wing it, hey. Now I think maybe with the discs, actually it might be that we have to start playing on disc 2. I can't remember because, in the different discs, like, there are different sort of training areas, and I think it's installing all of the different training rooms or whatever. Yeah, see, it's asking me for disc 2 now, so I think actually it was just installing, like, that sort of landing page for the third disc, and now we've got to go back to the second disc to get started. So, yeah, kind of confusing, but, you know, it's amusing that we have all this, you know, pass the parcel changing kind of thing with these discs. It's so old school and so funny. Oh my god. These days, like, what, one DVD would handle all that, or you just download it online. My goodness. And here we go with the auto run again.
We revolutionized the first-person shooter with award-winning 360-degree stomach-wrenching action. Then we plunged you deeper into chaos with deadlier enemies that fed off your power.
Okay, the graphics are looking a little bit dodgy.
After years of waiting, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Descent 3's fusion engine.
I don't remember this ad being on here. What the hell?
To outside.
Okay.
Match wits with robots that sneak up behind you, hide behind walls, and work in teams.
Wow, what's wrong with the graphics though? I hope the game's not gonna look like that.
Crush your enemies, set them on fire, and watch them.
Set them on fire?
Suffer. Descent 3.
Okay. Okay, that I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember ever seeing that ad. Maybe I must have just always skipped everything. Hey! Let's not view the README file because I think I'm good. And let's just finish. It's fast and easy to register your new copy of FreeSpace 2. The company, like, I don't think they even exist. I think, like, the original company that made it sold to some other guys, and that's how it ended up becoming released as, like, the open source or source code whatever. So let's register later. Yeah, let's forfeit. We don't need all that inside information and free stuff because it's going to be super out of date. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh my god, 3D acceleration. Yeah, I think this should all be fine. FreeSpace 2, you will not be able to okay. Did I do something wrong? I hope it works. What's going on? Wow, okay, let's choose the top one, because we don't want it to be in, what is that, 480p? Oh my god. Let's do that. Okay, so we've hit a snag. It thinks I've got 0 megabytes of free memory, so I'm gonna have to look up and see what's going on with that, because I really wanna play this. So I'll check into this, and we'll come back in a little bit. Okay, we're back. So because it's such an old game, there were some compatibility issues and it wasn't detecting my RAM, but the way I fixed that is I just right-clicked on this, go into Open, and then we go over to this one, Properties, and compatibility, and as you can see, I've set it to Windows 95 compatibility mode. I just went back as far as possible to sort of eliminate any issues there, and then I applied that. I also went and did the same thing to this trailer one, just in case, and yeah, so now when we click play, we should be able to get right in. Here we go. Oh my god, it's the trailer! I'm sorry, I'm going to be talking over the trailer a bit because you can get this online, I think, anyway. But if you want me to just record the trailer as is, we can do that. But holy crap, the nostalgia. I freaking love this. I love that it seems to be working fine on the widescreen as well, because, you know, this would have been before all that, right? Oh my god, dramatic music! The Shivans vanished half a lifetime ago. Or is it Spacebound first? It's been so long since I watched this. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm not sure about the physics of this spaceship there. I mean, not that I know anything, but I just feel like the way it was turning didn't quite make sense. I love how the Shivans have that black and red. Oh my god! Yeah. Run! Oh, this shit's cool! Oh my god, I'm so excited to play this. Is this where the moody voiceover comes in? "32 years later."
"32 years have passed since the Great War. The Shivans vanished half a lifetime ago.
I still remember some of the words, oh my god!
And now, we live in the mausoleum of history.
It's so moody.
We inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins. The elders call us
The Lost Generation.
the Lost Generation. I remember stories of a glorious civilization, of cities with spires that reached the sun,
Oh my gosh, he's dying. Oh no.
of a blue planet with vast seas,
They've lost touch with Earth, haven't they?
of people with myths of humanity everlasting,
Oh, the music's so moody.
of children who saw in the embers of dying stars the destiny of their race.
Now we forge a new alliance.
And they hurled themselves into the void of space with no fear.
Oh my god. Those strings, man. The
They
orchestral
say our
memories.
people have no present,
They say our people have no present. Only a past.
only a past filled with horror. a future they can only dream of.
I used to be in an orchestra a very long time ago. Now we forge a new alliance?
Now we forge a new alliance
Hey!
to guard the tomb of space and to find within its cold expanse the salvation of our race.
Yeah, so previously the Terrans, which are humans, were at war with the Vesudans, who are an alien race, but then, you know, as they're fighting, I think what happens is the Shivans come in the middle of the fight, and they're a threat to everyone, so the Terrans and the Vesudans form an alliance to push back the Shivans, and then they keep that alliance going forward, because you never know when, you know, things are going to happen again. And then there are some humans who make some trouble, of course, because we always do. Alright, so we're up to actually getting into the game. Hey, let me just move this out of the way. Choose pilot. I gotta create a pilot. That's me. Oh my god, the mouse feels funny. How do I create a pilot then? Single. Can I? No? Why isn't it letting me? Oh, type and press enter. I should have read, hey. Can I actually do my usual destroyer Mariko? Yes. Hey! New user tip. Hosting a 4-player game on a 56k modem will likely result in a high lag latency game for everyone. Oh my god, do you remember dial-up? Holy shit. Okay, don't show me this again because I get it. So we've got this control room here and there's a whole bunch of different spots. What's that? The campaign room, so I guess you can see where you're up to. We don't really have anything much going on as the FreeSpace 2 campaign, but we're not up to that yet, so I guess we have to keep that. The ready room, we'll get to that in a moment. Up here are the barracks, so that's me, that's my username, it's got my statistics. My statistics are usually pretty low because, you know, I'm not that accurate. Oh, can I change who I look like? What do I want to look like? Oh, I think I usually choose her, maybe because the others are all a little bit what. So, let's go with that. What's this? Oh, okay, never mind. We'll accept that. Oh, there were also, like, you can get medals at some point. But yeah, no, I'm pretty bad at these games, so my statistics are usually pretty low. I'm probably going to embarrass myself, but that's fine. What else? Isn't there another... We've got our options down here with that dude looking at us, so if we get tired of the music, voices, effects, blah, blah, blah. Mouse. What's mouse offer on? I'm just going to use the keyboard to play it. That's what I always used to do. So the mouse sensitivity is actually a bit weird. Maybe that. Does that help? If I go like that. I don't know. It doesn't actually make any difference. Okay. Skill level. Okay, let's not do easy. Should I do medium or should I do hard and see how much I fail? Brightness, that's fine. Joystick, let's not use a joystick. I tried that once. It was terrible. Oh, okay. We'll let them teach me what to do there. And the HUD I'll leave the same as well. So let's accept all that. Down here, oh, that's exit. Tech room, so we can see all the different ships and different things here, but we won't get into that. There's also like weapons, intelligence. So this is like information about what happened previously, if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know how much of this I've actually read. At some point I might go through it, but for now, let's just move on. I think I've shown you all the main stuff, so let's go to the ready room and we'll start our first tutorial, because I do not remember. Oh my god, it loads so fast. Back in the day.
Welcome to Vega, Ensign. I'm Lieutenant Lukakis, squadron leader of the 53rd Hammerheads.
Cool.
You've been assigned to our unit.
Alright.
The Hammerheads are a space superiority squadron. We'll be flying the Myrmidon fighter, developed to replace the old GTF Ulysses. The Myrmidon is a Terran Vasudan design and a versatile ship with high marks for speed, maneuverability, armor, and loadout.
Okay, sounds like a good all-rounder.
The 53rd Hammerheads were formed during the Great War. At the time, we served on board the GTD Bastion, the finest ship in the history of Terran space travel. You may not know this, but the pilots who destroyed the SD Lucifer in 2335 were based on the Bastion, and some were even Hammerheads. With the 53rd,
well, every
you're part of
squadron
a
likes
long
to
and
talk
proud
themselves
tradition.
up, I gotta say.
When the explosion of the
graphics are a
Lucifer
bit messed
collapsed
up,
the
aren't
jump
they?
node to the Sol system and severed all contact with Earth, Command transferred the Bastion to the 4th Fleet in Vega. Since then, we've called Vega our home. Now Command has decommissioned the Bastion and reassigned its squadrons to the newer Hecate destroyers. We'll be joining the GTD Aquitaine, flagship of the 3rd Fleet, Capella. The Aquitaine will be here in 36 hours. In the meantime, it would be advisable to review your training. We have all the simulator modules you'll need for the Myrmidon fighter. These modules will give you a refresher course on such basics as your head-up display, throttle controls, and targeting. If you need to review your training, now would be a good time to do so. Because this is your first combat assignment, you'll be authorized to carry the standard armaments. The Subak HL-7, the Tempest Dumbfire, and the Rockeye heat-seeking missile.
Rockeyes.
These weapons are covered in the training modules and in the tech room database.
Tempests are hard to use.
As you gain experience in combat, you will be authorized to use more advanced weaponry. Good luck, pilot.
Because I'm a noob.
Welcome again to the 53rd.
They're only giving me the basics. Alright. Just give me a sec. I'm going to check something and then we'll bring it back. Alright, we're back. So, training.
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-103C, Class C qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with basic targeting, throttle, and weapon systems.
Cool.
TSM units are approved for use as part of the
disclaimer.
GTVA combat training program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training.
Alright, cool. But anyway, so far we've gotten the story, like, you know, they're severed from Earth and you're part of this squadron. And, yeah, now we're gonna do some training. And actually, like, okay, keep in mind, my eyesight's not the greatest, but I'm pretty damn happy with these graphics, considering they're 20 years old, so, yeah. Probably helps being a little bit blind, but whatever, let's go do this. Here we are.
Welcome to Module TSM-103C, pilot.
Don't
touch the controls until you are told
All right.
to do so. You will fail this session if you do not follow instructions carefully.
I've done that before.
The first function you will learn is targeting. Target my fighter.
Yeah, before I target, I will say, like, one time I started one of these tutorials and just, like, killed my instructor. Not a good way to try and pass the test, so we'll be good this time.
In the lower left-hand corner of your HUD is your target view. The top lines display the targeted ship's name and class. The next line shows the distance to your target and its speed.
Cool.
Note the brackets around my ship indicating I am your current target.
Yep. Pretty straightforward.
As I fly out of view, the off-screen
Oh.
indicator will display. It points in the direction you must turn in order to face your target.
Alright, are we gonna tell him to face my target? Do I use...
The indicator moves as I fly around. It is always
Yeah.
pointing at
How
your
do
target.
I turn, though? Do I use the number pad or the regular
Notice how the
arrows?
triangles separate. The farther apart they are, the farther you'll have to turn to face your target.
Cool, cool. Can I do a
Finally,
thing
note the number by the indicator. This is the distance to your target.
now? Yeah, I kind of figured that out.
The circular gauge near the bottom of your HUD is the radar. Friendly ships are shown in green. Hostile ships appear in red. Ships directly in front of you appear in the radar center. Using your main flight controller, turn your ship toward mine. Stop when my ship is in your center reticle.
Okay, it's the number.
Good.
Oh,
Now stay
and
in
it's
that
reversed,
position.
So when I press down, it goes up. Like, it's kind of, like if you were using a joystick. or
Now
flying
turn
an
toward
airplane.
my ship
So I
again.
gotta remember that it's reversed to what I think.
Match my speed.
Match my speed, press M. Oh my god, my M key is actually,
Good. Now follow me.
My M
Note
keys
how your
faded
speed
away.
automatically changes to match mine.
I'm going upside
To
down.
the left of the reticle is the speed gauge. The
Oh,
capital
that is
M
gonna
next
take
to the
a while.
current speed indicates that you are matching speed with your target.
Yeah, cool. Oh, I'm so bad at these controls. Help. Maybe I should have gotten a joystick, you know, since I'm learning from scratch again. Because it's been
Now,
so long.
I
like
want you
5
to
years.
accelerate and move to within 125 meters of me. Do not. Good. Now, decelerate to drop 200 meters behind me.
Is that oh, it's a Z. Okay. You said do not what? Do not collide with him or what? I don't know. I wasn't reading. I just sort of went straight ahead and did the thing. Oh, I've got to make sure I decelerate more. Drop back 200 meters.
Well
The sun is
done.
bright.
Now let's practice using the afterburner. Engage your afterburner, pilot. The gauge to the left of your speed gauge displays remaining afterburner power.
I gotta
Note that
tell
your
you.
engines consume it rapidly. That extra speed is useful for quick, evasive maneuvers and closing large distances. Maintain your maximum top speed. Try it now.
This button? Let's try not to crash into him again. Oh, there's so many silly things I could do with this. It just really shouldn't take. Woo,
Now,
full speed.
bring your fighter to a complete stop.
Oh my god, what's that? Enemy! Enemy!
Drone 1 has jumped in. Target it. Good. Now fly within 100 units of it and come to a stop.
Okay.
Be careful not to fly too fast.
Be careful not to fly too fast.
Well
Hey!
done. Note that it takes some time to come to a complete stop.
Okay, now what? Can I shoot it yet?
Now fire your primary weapon at Drone 1. Hit it a few times,
press
but do
left
not
control.
destroy it. Near the center of your HUD, the hull integrity of your target is displayed.
not destroy
Notice
it.
that
You're
it is
telling me not
dropped
to
from
destroy it then?
100%.
Okay.
This information is also available in the upper right corner of your target view.
Cool.
Now, destroy Drone 1.
Hell yeah!
Good job.
Woo!
Let's see how quickly you can destroy these new drones. Target hostiles and destroy them with your Subak HL-7. The HL-7 is standard issue on all Myrmidon space superiority fighters.
Dramatic speed. See how good I am at, like, actually hitting anything? Is it dead? Oh, okay. How do I auto-target? I forget how to auto-target. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, it's too close! No! 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 Die, 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 die! Hey! Is there another one? Oh, I'm so bad at the control.
Target, hold your fire.
I hit my friendly, I hit my trainer. Hey! Oh, I'm so bad at... Ah, God damn it! Die! Hey! How
Well
quickly can I
done.
do it? Not
This
very.
concludes module TSM-103C.
I did it!
Most sorties will end with an order to return to base. Do not leave the field of engagement until
What
you
is
have
it?
been
Okay.
authorized to do so.
Okay.
Your navigation computer will be programmed with the proper coordinates. All you need to do is engage your subspace drive. Do this now.
I'm not really great at taking orders, hey. But I did pretty well waiting and just... I'm a bit dodgy. That was fun. That was fun for a...
Well done, pilot. You have successfully completed TSM-103C Class C qualification for the Myrmidon Space Superiority Fighter. You may now proceed to Training Simulator Module TSM-103B.
Okay, I think that's enough for like one go. I'll get on to the rest of the training later. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me get the old CD-ROM out, get it installed, get through the compatibility issues, and do my first training mission again. I think like I'm probably just gonna do a whole playthrough of this, so next video, maybe not next video, but later on we will be returning to this to finish off our training and get onto some actual missions, and we'll do a let's play. But that's all for now, and I will see you guys next time. Quickly though, here's my statistics. Not really impressive, so you can get an idea of what kind of a gamer I am when it comes to this stuff. Anyway, I hope you like it. If you liked this video, you know, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, notification bell, whatever and so on, and I hope you'll be back later to see more of me trying this game. See you guys. Exit game. Bye for now.